Welcome back, everybody, to another TIMBP Live. It's Thursday night here on the YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for showing up to the stream as you normally do. Very happy to see some of our good friends so far in the chat. Donnie and Swan are blue wrenches for the evening. Joseph, thank you for being here too. I'm sure we'll wind up getting some more folks in here in just a minute. As you can tell from the bottom of the screen, we are drinking with the guys from Tell Me I'm Wrong. You have definitely heard them on our show before, and you've probably heard me on theirs as well. We're going to bring them in here in just a minute. Before we do that, a couple of things. All of our... Hey, you're drinking a barrel too, Joseph? Awesome. I'm actually not drinking any of it right now, but I do have some sitting behind me. It's batch 26. We'll sample sent from Barrel Bourbon themselves. A couple of things up top. First of all, Saturday is going to be, it's going to be crazy. So Saturday is going to be our subathon, our day-long stream where we're trying to get the channel to 1,000 subs. I'm really hoping for it. I really would like to see that happen. We're going to start around noon. We're going to have some special guests popping in and out throughout the day. It's going to be right here on the channel. It's going noon into question mark. So we'll see what happens there. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. But the idea is that we get to over 1,000 subscribers, and that means that we don't have to do snuffy chats anymore. We can just do super chats right here on YouTube, which would be amazing. But in the meantime, snuffy chats are at all of the links below. It's from Mr. Snuffleupagus back here. Of course, our mascot for our live streams. Everything goes to in support of Snuffy, right? Hashtag Snuffy Squad. Actually, no, it goes to support my daughter and her college education and, 18 years. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of business. Let's go ahead and bring my friends on here. You know them, of course, from Tell Me I'm Wrong, or maybe just, I don't know how you might know them otherwise. Maybe you're related to or dating one of them. And here we are. It's the story of a family named Brady. But
hopefully none of the side chicks made it into the chat. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if my current wife is here, I'm happy you joined. That's great.
Just keeping my fingers crossed.
Guys, everybody, welcome. Ryan, Joe, and Josh. I'm super happy to bring you guys on. Welcome.
We're happy to be here.
Thank you
However,
for having
I
us.
did just have a moment as we went live where I'm like, oh, I have to be funny without editing. And that is not a fun thing.
I'm just
I
surprised
do
you
all the work on that.
You want us to come on and take over your podcast again so soon.
Is that what's happening?
I mean, that's what happened last time.
It's inevitable, quite honestly.
Swan, how many people have actually told you guys that you're wrong?
A lot. That's most of our social
All our
media
guests,
comments.
yeah.
My wife tells me that daily.
Yeah, mostly just people that talk to us on a daily basis always tell us we're wrong.
The best when I go
and
to
there's
the
two
airport
more.
and I don't know anybody, they just yell at me and say, "You're wrong." I never know how to react.
And you wave and say, "Okay, bye-bye." Person,
And then I look down at the shirt that I'm wearing. I'm like, oh, tell me I'm wrong.
Well, the good news is everybody in the comments is using proper grammar on the "your." We're not getting any Y-O-U-R wrong. So shout out to your audience.
We got a lot of highbrow folks here in This Is My Bourbon podcast community. So nothing to worry about with grammar issues.
Well,
hopefully we can lower that bar a little bit.
Yeah. So if they like highbrow content, I don't know that we're for them.
So you guys, of course, have been on the show before. I've been on your all's show. You had a new episode that came out today as well, which I have not been able to listen to yet. I apologize.
It's okay.
That's a good one.
But
I'll only listen to it because I had to edit it.
That's how I am with our show.
I listened this morning. It was good. It goes off the rails fast. It goes off the rails fast.
Swan crushing it.
Yeah, Ryan this week changed the rules.
No,
on
I'm Joe.
Debate, so.
Not wrong.
Yeah, so this week I decided that we had a little too many rules on the show, and so the guys were way too prepared.
Never.
And so I decided to make them throw out all of their preparation and really just get down to a real debate. So if you guys are looking for a comedy debate show, check out Tell Me I'm Wrong.
I can't wait. Y'all's last few weeks have been fantastic. I was just cackling the entire time during the board game episode.
That was a high point. It got a little too saucy for my taste.
I was about to ask what we did the last few weeks.
Usually, as soon as it's published, it is now erased from my memory.
I listened, and then I'm like, people were like, "I loved the episode 2 episodes ago," and I was like, "Was that the one about Chuck E. Cheese?"
No, that was 38 ago, Joe.
Yeah, go listen to these guys, please. I'm sorry, I'm getting verklempt.
This Joseph guy is popular. I'm here for it because I keep thinking they're saying hi to me,
You're
but
not
they're
that
not.
popular.
I know they're not, but he's got some mojo, and I'm here for it.
So this is Joseph Brazo. He is all the way in Washington, one of the good friends of the channel.
State or DC?
State.
I was going to ask
Ooh.
that question, but I thought
Yeah.
I'd get made fun of, so I didn't.
No, that's a valid
Why would you get
question.
made fun of for that?
Because I think people would be like, "Duh, the state."
Well, Joe has a sort of complex, and so whenever he says anything, he's worried we're going to make fun of him for it.
That's usually because that's what happens.
I mean,
Tall
for good reason.
Joey syndrome.
Yep.
You're worried about that, but I'm the one that always gets pilloried on our podcast. Like, I'm the punching bag.
Only because that's the character you play on our show.
I also feel like
the
every
punching bag.
podcast episode, you declare why you're the best at something.
And then we punch you for
You're
it.
the most cultured person. You're the best at escaping escape room games. You're the best music lover on our podcast. I mean, every week I learn something.
I
you're
own a
the best
Peloton.
at. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, there it is.
you and Shane McMahon, the best in the world.
There's
I
the
did-
bingo
I did
square
throw it
for
out
you
there, man.
guys. Joseph, I'm making fun of Joe on the inside.
So is the rest of the world. It's okay. But usually they make fun on the outside.
So when do we start drinking on this show?
Well, we can go ahead and start drinking. I've been drinking a little bit. I had some 4 rows of single barrel, but I provided you guys with a couple of samples.
Yeah.
And,
Perry, should we tell the story about last time you gave us bourbon?
yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
we-
that real quick before we get too far into it. So I'll tell 2 things about the last time that I gave you all bourbon. First off, I gave you all full 2-ounce sample bottles, and each one of y'all was like, "I'm going to dump this entire thing into my glass. Live free, die hard."
I didn't
Yeah.
do it this time.
He said take a sip, and I drank the entire thing on the first gulp.
Yeah.
I-
Mhm.
I didn't on purpose this time because I was planning on finishing these tonight. And we know
forgot
Perry's
cups.
drinking at least this much. I also have since we were on the show last time, I have since learned about a Perry pour by
Oh,
participating in the Facebook group. What
Did
is
you-
Joe doing? We are live.
Did
Oh,
forget
he
his
needed
water?
glasses. He didn't come
Oh.
prepared.
I
was
really
gonna
wish I
drink it
knew
out of
what
a
y'all were
tiny
saying.
bottle.
I thought about drinking out of this little bottle, but then I was like, I don't know about that. It looks like I'm drinking Cracker Barrel syrup.
I'll tell you a funny story about Cracker Barrel syrup in a second. But so I gave you all 3 samples. You dumped all 3 of them into your glasses full on, and then proceeded to throw away the sample bottles that I gave you, which, like, part of me is like, they don't know that it could be reused. But then the other part of me is like, what are they doing just throwing away crap?
I
Like,
think I even texted Josh and Ryan. I was like, do I need to keep these bottles?
I'll
And they
throw
were like,
them
I
under
don't
the
know,
bus. Why
maybe.
don't
So I
you?
just threw them away.
I threw mine away as well.
Throw them
Yeah,
right
I'm
under
not-
the bus, Joe.
I'm not a
first night-
sentimental person. Once I'm done, it's getting tossed.
Same.
That
If
first
it,
night,
if it
we,
does not have if it does not spark joy, it is out. Marie
I was.
Kondo up in this.
I'll be straight up. I was toasted after we did that episode
Yes,
with
you were. Yes, you were.
You
I went up
were-
and told my
you were
wife. And
midway.
After Deering.
she was like, "Oh, you are drunk." The best part was it was a Monday night.
Well, the first time that I recorded with you guys, which was for your all's podcast, I got a little drunk, and
Was it? Were you drunk on power hours?
I think I probably would have had to been rolled into bed if I drank a bunch of power hours.
That would have been
Right.
Josh's drink. You would just been all proteined and roided up on mine.
And mine, you probably just would throw up.
I don't.
The
I still
squid ink.
stand by it. I think that yours sounded fantastic, but again, I have to apologize again to Joe because I was way too hard on you on the episode I was on.
You need to stop apologizing.
I can't help it.
I like this.
Joe's
it
gonna
looks-
leave us. Joe's
Looks like
gonna leave
everybody in
us
the
for
comments is jumping on board with making fun of Joe. So
I mean,
I think we need
why-
to do that.
what else
My
was
sister
saying?
is here.
I know, and everybody, she's getting all the love
Brandy
too.
Oh, Brandy.
Yeah,
is here.
Brandy's here. Hey,
Hi,
Brandy.
I'm surprised you haven't had Brandy on the show with your wife.
I need to do that. Actually,
You should bring her on and let her just talk trash about me.
Yeah.
I tell you what's a trip is going through her Tinder. It's a trip.
well, I'll tell you, Joe, I'm not on Tinder, so
Well, I'm not either, but she
Hi,
is.
Brandy.
That was my only experience to it, so
what up,
it was eye opening.
Joseph? What the heck does that mean?
Well, I've never seen it. Like so what people post on their profile, I was just like, "You post that? Like, what is a very poor man's Princess Leia?" Because I have headphones on.
I
think
think
so.
your headphones look like the spirals.
Hey, this is a
everybody,
Christmas gift for my wife. Thank you.
everybody's just gonna dunk on Joe
That's
all night.
okay.
All right,
That's all right.
we do have our first Snuffy chat of the night. $10 from Mr. Brian Brennick. He said Snuffy looks like he needs a good chat, and he does indeed. Cheers, Snuffy.
Clink.
Cheers, Brian. Appreciate you.
Cheers.
All right, let's get into the samples. Story about Cracker Barrel syrup bottles.
We like to
So-
sidetrack.
So we I think I was like a sophomore in college, and
Is that what
which
these are?
actually
No.
no. But give me a second. But so I think I was a sophomore in college, but that's basically that was my second year in college. I went for 7 full years of undergrad. Hooray!
I
But you
went
got
for
to
a
take those
victory
victory
lap.
laps.
I went for a victory
I
lap.
did.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, so it was my first car. I had this little black Honda Accord, 2-door, 5-seater, and the console in the front had a door that flipped down. So you push the door, flip up, and you can get to all your stuff in there. And we had gone to Cracker Barrel recently. Lucy and I had, and I took a little bottle of maple syrup, just because, and I put it in that console, and I kind of just forgot about it. I'm one of those people who just like forgets about stuff like that. Well, it's not as bad as you think it is, but
Okay.
this was before I started drinking, which is a weird thing to say out loud now that I realize it.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't really drinking at the time, and I had to take my dad somewhere, right? And I had to get into that console, and he just kind of glanced down and saw that bottle. And he was so concerned that he went to my mom and told her what he thought was an
man.
airplane bottle of alcohol
That you keep in your car.
that I keep in my car. And my mom, like, I went home for something, like to do laundry or something. And my mom was like, "Hey, so when Dad was in the car the other day, he saw you open the console, and he just like, if you're drinking, it's okay, but like, you just really need to be careful if you're going to be driving." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "He saw the little bottle that was in there." And I kid you not, I just started dying of laughter because I was like, again, A, not drinking at the time, and B, knowing exactly what it was, I was like, well, this is perfect. But yeah, I told her, and she
I
was
do
like,
have a problem, Mom. Sugar.
"Does anybody have any syrup?"
Buddy the Elf.
Yeah, I was Buddy
Yeah.
the Elf.
I think I have some.
I was gonna say
like
that
sugar.
has big like parents confusing a USB drive for a Jewel Pod energy, and I appreciate that.
Well,
But then on top of that, like I feel like I would be different because I'd probably see it and be like, "That's a Delta brand. We're a United family. What are you doing with these? What are you doing with these Delta airplane shots? Where have you been going, Perry?"
Well, it's funny you bring this up because 2 stories came to my mind. First one, the opposite of what happened to you. So I have really big anxiety about going to the dentist. Like I hate it. I have anxiety
Same.
attacks about it.
Same, man.
I had to go at some point. I forget why. And my dad was taking me,
Probably to get your teeth cleaned.
and I don't know what it was. And he had pulled in the parking lot, and he's like, "Are you ready to go?" And I was like, "I can't do it. I'm freaking out. He opens up the center console and pulls out 3 Jack Daniels airplane shots.
Here you go.
And he's like, "Just drink all of these right now." And I just took 3 shots and walked in the dentist office like it was nothing. And
Oh man.
I've wanted to do it every other time since then, but I'm so afraid of the way they'll think about me when I come in and my breath just reeks.
Yeah,
of
I was
bourbon.
gonna say you can't hide your breath at the dentist.
No.
That is
I think I was like 23. I didn't care. I hated it. And then also, Perry, you're a new dad. And then if anybody didn't know, Ryan's going to be a new dad very soon. So
He is.
congratulations
I mean,
for
bring
that.
Up. Congrats, Ryan.
Yep. Thank you.
Wait
Thank
till
you
you
very
all
much.
find weird
I'm
things
not.
in your diaper bag. The weirdest thing I found in my daughter's diaper bag: 6 bottles of Cracker Barrel syrup.
Interesting.
I was just like cleaning it out one day, and I was like, 6? What? Why? And also, I didn't buy the Jack Daniels; it was bought for me, so I didn't have a choice. But it did the trick.
Why'd you have
OG
6 bottles of syrup?
I don't know. I don't know how they got in there.
I'm gonna blame it on Rachel.
I would bet it's my mom. She takes everything off the table and shoves it in those bags when we leave.
Papa Ritter brings up a good point. You
Oh,
can do
that's a
that
good
now
point.
because everybody's wearing masks.
That's a good point, Papa Ritter.
Yeah. Everybody say,
This
hey,
is
Papa Ritter.
this is peak day drinking time. Hey, Papa Ritter.
Drinking on the job, drinking when you're not on the job, drinking at 4
Anytime,
o'clock.
really. I
3
mean, you can
o'clock.
get away with it.
I need to stop saying that. right now.
I do have a question though. You're talking about having a bottle of syrup in your console. Didn't we talk either on our podcast or yours about all the other stuff you had left in your car? Didn't you have like a Breaking
We
Bad?
did have a
DVD?
conversation.
Yeah, we
What is
did
that?
because
Oh,
we
yeah,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
like
we talked about
season
how we were
2.
going to sell season
No,
2
no,
of
it was
Breaking Bad or
season
season 1 of Breaking Bad, and then somebody else had a movie. Joe had a couple movies we were going to sell
Uh-huh.
on a
We're
giveaway
not
or
gonna-
something.
We're not going to sell them. We're going to sign them.
Yeah,
and
giveaway.
raffle them off.
Yeah. Does
Very-
anybody
very-
have like a contact for TLC so we can get Perry's car on Hoarders?
At our first live event in 2023, we'll raffle these
Yeah.
off.
When we can have 50 people in a room seated for 5,000.
Hopefully. Their first live show at Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It's
we
not
really-
because of COVID protocol. It's just because nobody likes us.
Nobody-
That's the
Exactly.
thing.
We booked that room thinking if we book it, they'll come, and then no one came. It was just Perry and our wives, and I think he even
Hello.
convinced his wife to come, and that was it.
Brandy will be there.
Brandy wouldn't
Maybe
come. She
maybe
hates
I
He
can
would
just
not
keep
come.
maybe I can just keep having children so we can fill up the room.
Yeah, you say that. Have the first one, and we'll talk.
Okay.
That's
All
a
right,
game changer.
We've beaten around the bush enough. Let's get to these samples that I gave you guys. So number one naturally is the one that we're going to start with.
Oh, good, because I already drank it.
Nice. You drank it all already?
No. There's still,
Oh, okay.
but that's what I started with.
But I mean, like, you didn't just down what was in your glass, right?
No, there's still some in my glass.
He's just doing
Started
shots.
drinking it.
I gotta go to the dentist tomorrow.
Okay. So I'm really excited for you guys to try this one.
It's delicious.
I'm excited to try it too. That's good.
Oh, we're losing Joe early.
Nah,
I poured all of it, so we'll see what happens.
I just like to have guys. I just like to have fun.
You gotta.
Joe
know-
just wanna have fun.
We're gonna get copyright struck.
I said Joe just wanna
I
have
think
fun.
if it's less than 8 seconds, you're fine.
Also
And
parody
it was
law.
a parody.
Oh, there you
Listen,
go.
we know our stuff here, Perry.
We try to push that envelope. We rescored Titanic. We had to figure something out.
Yeah, we did.
But you guys don't actually publish on YouTube, though.
I tried. I push every week, but they won't let us.
We do publish on YouTube.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Just the audio file. We don't do anything fun on there.
Well, right.
Live
We
streams, we've discussed recently live streams coming in maybe at some point.
You should.
But we'll see. We'll see how this one goes.
We're here to learn today.
As you can tell, it's a lot of fun.
I'm still hung up. We publish on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Joe
right.
Joe doesn't know what social media we have. He doesn't know where we're published. It's okay.
Go look at
He
my
just-
social media. When's the last time I posted something?
Exactly.
I hate social media.
He shows up and he's funny, and that's all
They
we
make
need.
fun of me. It makes the show great, and I'm done.
That's all we
I can't.
need, really.
I can't talk.
So what do you guys think of the first sample?
I really
maybe.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really smooth.
It does still have a little bit of bite to it, though, which I but it's not like overly.
Yeah,
hot.
it's like really pleasant. Like it's not gonna
No, it doesn't. It's enjoyable to drink. I feel like it's really oaky.
I don't have any smart things to say. I just like it.
Well, does that sound really smart? It's really oaky.
Yes.
I mean,
Sounds smarter than I like it.
So there's a smooth from Swan. So there's a reason that it's a little bit more oaky than a typical
right.
bourbon.
Before we move forward, is oaky a word?
Yeah, sure. You can pretty much add a Y to the end of any word and make it a.
Brandy has a good point. You should probably publish that comment.
Why didn't I get?
Well, they just came over today. I just got them today, Brandy.
If anyone's interested, go find Brandy's Instagram because most of it is her and Perry's wife drinking.
Pretty much.
That's fair.
And Gwen. And her dog Gwen.
And Gwen.
but Gwen is not drinking.
No.
She's just there.
She's there to drive.
She
So-
probably could.
Honestly, she'll in at least 2 years she will probably be at Harvard. So
She's smarter than the whole family.
Josh, that's not a high bar when it comes to you, buddy.
all right. So anyway, there's a
So
reason
tell
why
us more about this bourbon.
So this is a limited release. Last year was the first time that it ever came out, and it is the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel.
Oh.
Okay. So I know what I'm talking about.
So it starts out in a normal new charred oak barrel, like all bourbon does, and then it's dumped and aged in a flash toasted barrel, which basically is just bringing out some of the sugars that are going to be on top of the wood to the forefront.
So it's not charred as long. It's not charred. It's just
No,
toasted.
it's actually, you know what? It might be. I can't remember the specifics. Please excuse me while
What a roof.
I move. Isn't it something? There's my fan. My
You don't
biggest
get this
fan.
kind of live edge journalism.
we got up
and,
there?
I know there's a lot going on in that top
There's some
corner of this
record
room.
covers over the door.
He's got a.
Got some
He's got
bottles.
a bourbon.
No, those
podcast.
aren't record covers. Hold on just a second. Let me
Are those
show you.
puzzles?
No.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm gonna. Okay, these are vintage UK posters.
I was about to say. I see the UK.
They
Do you
were
have
here when we moved in.
Oh.
You guys are much bigger fans of sports than I am, so I am offering up every single one of these to you if you would like them.
Are they? The
I think
hockey
they look great
posters?
right there, honestly.
Are they what, Joe?
The hockey
Ooh.
posters?
Somebody is a tell me I'm wrong fan in the
Because
chat.
those things go for money, Perry.
Perry is
Where's
making
the-
his way to the mod office.
Hey, all right, Lewis. I see
Good.
you. Shout out.
Shout out.
Listen.
That is a listener right
Oh,
there.
Absolutely.
I have to say, before we talk more about this bourbon, I need to complain. I need to complain about Perry for a second. Because here's what Perry
What?
does.
What did I do?
Perry is terrible because he gives us these great bourbons. and and the problem I have is it's bourbon I'm never going to be able to get or afford. And so I get to taste it one time and that's it. I am grateful for the taste, but because like last time my favorite one was one that was like, oh yeah, this is one that is like, it's the $200 bottle that I decided to share with you guys that's unavailable everywhere. And I'm like, well, thanks for giving. It's like the forbidden fruit, and that's what Perry does.
Which one was that? Was that
That was
Swan.
the new Riffness, wasn't it?
I think it was New Riffness, yeah.
with that? I mean, that wasn't $200. That was just
Well,
unavailable.
I don't.
I do think
I'm trying to
I-
make some content here, Perry.
I do like how you explain
I'm just
these
trying to
bourbons.
clarify for
Where
you.
you'll say like it's a part of it, a limited edition. I own 7 of the 8 barrels there,
Yep.
and I've already drank 6 of them. But if you like to try one, you can't, but you can definitely like it and have it this one time, you peasant, and we'll go from there.
We're never going to be allowed back on these streams.
I can't believe you invited us back the second time.
Listen, he knows that our whole shtick is we just drag whoever's on the show.
Yes, absolutely.
And never talk about the subject we're actually supposed to discuss.
So
So
Elijah
the-
Craig Toasted Barrel.
So the toasted, yes, it is charred. It's charred with a number 1, whereas most barrels are number 4. Okay. So it is charred with number 1, but then it is also flash charred with a level 1 char or flash. So toasted. So it's sandwiched with like the oak, the level 1 char, right?
I like that you can't see
Perry's
Perry's
already
face at
lost.
all.
Sorry.
We
Sorry, it
lost.
doesn't matter.
It's
been
toasted with a level 1 and a level
Speaking-
6, and then they put the
speaking of
level 5
toasted.
on top of it.
Speaking of toasted,
It's been charred and toasted. That's all.
I was gonna make that
Perry
joke, but I
is
thought it was
charred
too
and
easy.
toasted. Tonight's stream is titled "Charred and Toasted."
Stick a
Well-
fork in me. I am toasted, boys.
I want to keep getting samples, and I want to keep coming on the stream. So Perry, I appreciate everything you do. For
Oh, I
us.
love it.
Dang it! I screwed myself, didn't I?
I wasn't gonna not allow you guys to be on. So
We have a mutual friend named Matt, and he is a very big bourbon collector. Every time he goes up there, he's like, just get stuff down and gives me a sample. And I'm
Yep.
so appreciative, but I'll drink 6 samples, and I don't know what 5 of them are.
Yep.
Yeah, he
get
doesn't.
to it.
He doesn't like to tell you.
I'm like, man, I really like number 3, and he's already put 4 more bottles on the table, and I'm like, what are we drinking again? Like,
Thank you, Brian.
Brian.
Thanks,
Bernanke,
Brian.
shout out.
if anyone hasn't listened to the TIMBP episode with these guys, cue it up. It's awesome. Also, go check out the episode of Tell Me I'm Wrong that I was on. I almost said Tim.
Episode 20. I think.
Is that what TIMBP?
think
Is that
it's
your
20.
acronym? TIMBP?
Yeah, TIMBP.
We're Timwa.
Timu.
That's not quite what it was.
Now, if you say
Also,
Timu, it sounds like
Linux
Timmy
Cat.
from South Park.
Lennox Cat, shout out. I like you too. I don't know if you're guys.
Just so many nice people here.
Yeah, shout out.
No.
That is,
It's a shame that we come on this podcast and we're not nice, but everybody's nice to us.
It's a shame that Perry never let us back on because we complained about the free bourbon he gave us and then trashed him the whole time.
Wait, so now Perry, you can now trash us for the
Swan, you are
long
more than welcome to
text
come on.
conversation. Yes, Swan. We actually talked to Perry last time that you have to come on the next time.
Let's
So-
talk about text conversations. You all wanting my email address today. I would have thought that NASA was begging me to go to the new space mission to Mars, and they need a decision in the next 10 minutes for my dang email address for an 8 o'clock live feed.
Here's the reason
just
that I
all
needed
happened
it
to be
back
on the phone at the same time.
I was just getting
Here's-
blown up, and I was like, what is happening right now?
But here's the reason I needed it that quickly. I had 8 minutes left in my lunch break, and the entire 22 minutes prior had been spent setting up the live streams for today and for Saturday. And so while I was at my computer, I was like, I want to be able to get this email out so that the guys
Well,
have
I'm
the link
sorry,
to
I
get
was in
my
a
stream.
meeting.
I
While he
didn't
was
know
waiting,
you
he
were
opened
in
up. While he was waiting, he opened up the company's Twitter and just had some fun.
So this effectively what you're saying is this was my fault. Had I
Yeah,
given Terry
it's
my
really
email,
all Joe's
he would have
fault.
been done and not possibly made a gaffe.
Dad wants to be on Tell Me I'm Wrong at some point.
We'll gladly
Bring it
accept-
on.
Listen,
Maybe
we've
we
told
should just
people
have
on-
a Ritter clan episode.
if you listen to
Absolutely.
our show, if you come with a debate topic, there's a chance we may let you on. But it's got to be
So-
good.
So Dad's a big wrestling fan.
Oh, you
Oh,
then
then
we're
he's
for
in.
you, buddy.
Well, he
So-
can replace me then.
Here's what I'm thinking. You got to do like a who would? Oh my gosh, I'm writing the show for you guys.
Well, that's okay because we
hey,
need help.
listen,
It's hard
it's
coming
a-
up with ideas sometimes.
It's a WWE cage match, but
Mhm.
they're all Muppets. And which
Yes.
Wow, you're
Muppet
mixing
cage
two
match.
shows. Okay.
We also need to mention now that I've drugged Perry for a while. Now I need to praise Perry because he has given us. Is this your like the fourth topic that we have
fourth or
taken
fifth.
from you? And
Fourth
they're
or
all just off the dome. He's just spitting gold straight up. Muppet cage match is beautiful.
I'm
It's going
I'm
on
like
list.
I'm like the guy who just you pay. I'm the think tank guy. Where I just like sit in a room. It's like a windowless white room, and you come in, and I've got like some kind of IV drip that just feeds me with like adrenaline, so I'm constantly coming up with ideas.
He doesn't sleep.
I
That's
never,
what
I
we keep
never-
in the
You
mod
just
office.
drink slurries.
I
That's
think
just-
we should. I like your idea, but I think we should do characters from every childhood show, like Eureka's Castle, the Muppets, and just Barney. Pick
Crackle
a character
Rock.
from each one of
Mr.
them.
Bean.
The
Oh my
pick the winner. If you do like wrestling, check
Animal.
out our.
If you think anybody other than Snuffleupagus is winning the cage match, you're wrong.
didn't you say Count Chocula? It was like his number was murder.
The Count?
Count?
The Count. That's a Count Chocula, didn't
well,
I?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
said
Sesame Street.
That's a serial guy.
Sesame Street.
They're cousins or something. I don't know how that works.
Count Chocula and Boo Berries,
They're-
you know,
they're
the
all
classic
related.
guys from the Muppets.
Now,
was
Zoffer down here said the Swedish chef. That's
That's a dark horse right there.
Guys,
cage
Elmo is
match
winning.
means it's no disqualification. The chef has weapons.
Elmo is
So-
winning because he's small and agile and climb
so
up there.
does
And then if
Professor
anyone
Honeydew.
touches him, they'll just
Elmo's
he'll just
gonna mess
tickle
you
him.
up.
Yeah, Tickle Me Josh. Check out Tickle Me Josh. It's worth the listen. I promise.
It is. It's in my top 3. I don't. It might still be my favorite episode.
If you also like wrestling, we did an episode where Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock become youth pastors and have to give a call to the
It's
altar
so
like a
good.
wrestling promo.
It's so good.
At one point, I yell, "If you smell what the Holy Spirit is cooking," and I thought I was immediately going to be struck down.
But here we
made it
are.
through.
We survived.
Throw a
it.
Charizard in there. I don't know if that's the same show, but I'm here for it.
Pokemon is coming. Nick Foles. Wow. Welcome to the show, Nick Foles. Congratulations on your Super Bowl win.
What am I missing?
Nick
Oh,
Foles.
never mind.
Nick Foles is a football player.
Harry sports so hard, you all.
He's a sports. He plays the sports ball, the one they play on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays.
Sometimes Saturdays, Thursdays, Fridays.
Joseph with Oscar the Grouch because he just doesn't give up.
No, that's fair. He's in a trash can too, so it'd be like it's a hardcore match, no disqualification. So he's set up.
Can we also talk about the fact that Muppets line up really well with being just straight up a lateral move into the WWE personalities? You got Animal. You've got Big Bird.
Big
Even
Bird is
Elmo.
basically Hulk Hogan. Let's be honest. He's going with the leg drop. He's already yellow.
He's been caught on tape saying sketchy stuff.
Brandy, I think we're gonna need an audition before you can be on the show. I need proof that you can be funny. For
Brandy, if you come on, we
We
got
said everybody, but not everybody.
I'm
you gotta
sorry.
have a
I'm
mic
sorry.
or something.
Everybody take 5. Donnie the Linux cat, excuse me, with the best comment of the night. Jesus is the Rock. So you could ask if
How
they
did we not
smell
catch that on the
D-Rock
episode?
is cooking. That
How
is
did we not catch the Rock?
perfect.
Man, good
That
call.
is perfect.
Well, the title of that episode is on the Stone Cold Rock I Stand. So we
That's true.
kind of
We took it a different direction.
That
I'm
was
gonna have
a
that
lot
song
of
stuck in
effort
my
to
head.
write a call to the altar in the form of a wrestling promo while also trying to work in everyone the Rock's quips.
Eric,
Piggy
think
with
I-
the steel chair.
Oh, it's Erica. Listen. She made it on the stream. I'm so proud
you
of her.
did. Hi, Erica.
That is my lovely girlfriend who is just in the other room, I'm sure. Here to talk trash about me, I'm certain.
She can only hear what you're saying, which makes it 10 times
The
funnier.
best thing is if we can find a way to work in the JR. Oh my God, he's broken in half. I swear to God, he's broken in half. Throw someone off the top of the cage.
Snuffy wins. He would just take up the whole ring and swing that trunk around and take out your legs easily.
That's not a bad
He's
bet.
also, how are you taking him down? That's the real question.
Do you think that he and Big Bird would make the best tag team ever?
That'd be like
See,
the Big
I
Show
think
and
Big Bird
Undertaker.
is. I think Big Bird's out first. He's top heavy. That
Well, but
guy.
not in a cage
He's
match.
bottom heavy.
Not in a cage match because the only way you can win a cage match is being pinned or submission in the middle of the ring. It's gonna be hard to pin him at the beginning,
He's also got a lot of neck that you can grab.
but he would be hard to put in a submission hold because where do you grab?
I don't know
Scruff.
anything about a submission hold, but I agree with you.
I think you just choke Big Bird out, which sounds like a euphemism, but
Nick Foles, hashtag Young Rock. Has anybody watched it yet?
No, I love
Absolutely
The
not.
Rock and I can't do it.
I don't
I
have
can't-
any intention to do that.
yeah, I don't appreciate the fact that they've taken this beloved hero of everybody's and turned him into young
Tully
Sheldon.
Weeds.
More or less, so.
Tully Weeds, do I have the episode for you? Tickle Me Josh is an episode, and Super Grover is the main topic of conversation.
Well,
So,
No, Super Grover is a bit part, but Proto Grover, who you will learn about, is the real villain.
Tullyweeds, you need to check out our episode.
This may be a taboo thing to mention, but Josh and I did try the Rocks tequila on Sunday night, and it was pretty good.
He's got a tequila?
Yeah, Terramana tequila.
It was actually
pretty good.
very good. Now, I
I'm not
wouldn't
a
say
huge
it's
tequila
necessarily. Yeah, it's not the best like sipping tequila by any means, but it would absolutely slap in a margarita.
I just watched the show Ballers on HBO, and he just sits in like these awesome suits and drinks tequila. And I thought maybe if I just did that, I'd be kind of as cool as him. It didn't work, but it worked out.
There's a reason that show's called Ballers. Anyway, how about we get on to sample 2?
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, bourbon.
By the way, but this is what happens whenever we talk to each other. It's like, oh, here's a wild tangent that we can go off on.
That's what we do best.
That one is so like these could not be more different. Wow.
I finished bottle 1.
Yeah,
I'm almost done with bottle 1.
I still have some remaining. I'm trying to stay a little more tame than these boys.
This one smells like straight chocolate.
Yeah, I can smell that.
It's a lot darker. Tastes a lot darker.
The great
This one's
thing
got
about
more bite to it.
the great
On the
thing
front,
about this one is that it changes almost every time that you take a drink of it.
It does.
It's extremely unique, and I'll tell you more about it after I reveal what it is. But I was so in love with this the first time that I tried it, and I had to pick up a bottle. You laughing at Papa Ritter?
No. Gonzo could win with his army of chickens.
Dad did say he's going to watch last night's AEW though.
I can't get into AEW. I tried.
Respect.
Ryan's an AEW stan, apparently.
But yes, Gonzo with his army of chickens is pretty fantastic.
But they gotta get into the cage though. That's the wrinkle there.
Yeah, one of y'all play Freebird.
The song?
Let's see here.
Josh is grabbing his guitar.
I absolutely shred.
So I went to Eastern, and every night, Thursday night, they used to have live music in the bottom of the PAL cafeteria, and they would always just be like these guys with their acoustic guitar and everything else, and there was always just one guy in the back of it that would just stand in the back of the room, and every time they start a song, he would just go, "Play Freebird!" and just yell it at them every time.
What a great bit.
One dude, this guy stops in the middle and
Definitely
just
not
starts playing
overplayed.
Freebird. Oh, it was great.
Love that meme. Erica said, "Oh no," to you getting your guitar out.
She loves when I play the guitar, so she can hush.
I love this question from Donnie. Who is Stadler and who's Waldorf? Out of the Tell Me I'm Wrong guys.
I don't know who those people are.
Those are
They
two
are the
guys from
grumpy old
Waldorf.
men.
I think it might be me and Josh.
I think so too.
It's certainly me and Ryan. Like no doubt about it.
Because
Joe's
Joe
just
does
happy
not
to be here.
Yeah, Joe's happy to be. He's always there. Then me and Josh are always Statler.
Joe
sure.
is Fozzie Bear.
No,
Yeah,
I can dig that. I can dig that.
give me a waka waka, Joe.
Waka waka. Waka waka.
Thank you. Are we gonna get struck down for copyright for that?
I hope not.
Claude, you lived in Case. I lived in Commonwealth and Powell, or not Powell, Keene Hall.
Lucy lived in Keene Hall her first year at EKU.
What year did she go?
Not when you were there.
No,
Okay,
no,
thank you, Josh.
our first year of college was 2011 to 2012.
Oh, I graduated in 2011.
But
I'm old.
she went to a different college our first year, so this would have been 2012 to 2013 that she lived there.
I met my wife in 2012, so I was home.
I met mine in 2009.
I
was in Easter making a fool of Josh.
What were you about to?
What year is it?
Josh, that was a great moment.
That was amazing.
I enjoyed seeing that moment just kind of wash over your face. Oh man, it was wonderful. I met my wife in 2005, so I win.
I would have known
that's
you.
precious.
I would have known you in 2005, Ryan.
You did. I mean, I met you before I met my wife, so
And they
You
were
knew my
together
wife in
ever
2000.
since.
I'm the only one who didn't know you all. I met Josh in like 2000. So eat it, everyone.
That's true.
And then next time I saw him, I told him I didn't
Like-
know who he was.
Can we get Don Nishida's comment posted? Avenue Q. I am a musical theater person. I have seen Avenue Q. It is hilarious and very dirty.
Adam Terry, why do you hate 2003 so much?
No, he's saying 2003 is when he met his wife.
I know he is.
comma.
It's just like-
Okay. I was
He's
like,
not talking
I
to
don't know.
2003.
He just
You're in
hated
2003. You could
2003.
suck it.
Well,
Is
he
that
is
when
a
Britney
he is a
had her
Red Sox
meltdown?
fan. He is a Red Sox fan, so he was waiting for 2004.
No, that was 2007, Perry. Brittany had her meltdown in 2007.
Golly, was that much later?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was
I think
that recent. I mean,
I
Go
think
ahead.
2003 is when me and Joe met each other because I'm pretty sure I was 13. So that is a pretty bad year. So Adam's right.
That's when we went to the Holodome, and my dad just destroyed us in ping pong every night. And I watched that TV show where the guy talks. Oh God.
oh,
However, it did suck.
Don has seen
Man.
Avenue Q 9 times in New York City.
Wow.
That's
So,
impressive. All
What's-
right, Joseph, we get it. We get it.
I was maybe
One.
2 years old then.
I was one.
I was 5.
I-
Oh God.
I was -1, so
not born.
not yet. So, do you guys want to know what this is?
Oh yeah,
I do. So we had Elijah Craig toasted,
Yes.
and we got
So-
toasted.
This is a single barrel.
No, it's a glass bottle.
I picked this up a couple Saturdays ago, I think. What was that comment?
Joe, you got me.
He said this is a single barrel, and I said no, it's a glass bottle.
Joe.
We're so
I'm sorry.
mean.
I'll stop talking. I'm
Swan
sorry.
said it's another thing you can't get. Sorry,
Actually-
Perry.
Perry's never letting me back on. You guys will be allowed on, but the tell me I'm wrong group chat Joe. There'll be a new one created tonight, and it will not include Joe.
This stream is now sponsored by Brazo Orthodontics. Get your teeth fixed.
Get
I-
your teeth fixed.
I had
So
correct
there is
braces.
a chance. There's a chance that you could still get this. It's at Gray Line Station here in Lexington
I was
Oh.
just there.
at the Breeze. So that wine
The
bar.
Breeze is
Not
awesome.
there. Oh, I was
It's
there.
amazing. dude.
I haven't
Yeah,
been there
I
yet.
went there.
So it's a wilderness trail pick. Okay. It was picked in conjunction with the Silver Dollar in Louisville, which is where we did
Oh,
our
cool.
first live show. Super, super cool people. But anyway, it's 5.5 years old, 117 proof. And it's one of sorry.
Oh, that wins. That is great.
Josh, you might have competition.
Eric lives
Listen,
in
I'd
Lexington
say-
too, if you guys want to have a cage match.
Oh,
I would say between the two of them, Eric and Eric, which one I think is cooler, but I don't want to get taken out
I don't-
while I'm
I don't know,
recording.
Eric,
Eric's
I've seen
pretty
Josh.
awesome.
I've seen Josh do
Eric's pretty
wrestling
awesome.
moves. You're safe.
But so anyway, we were at the Breeze, and I was talking to the guy who was bartending, but he's one of the owners. And he was really talking up this wilderness trail pick. He was like, every time we thought about it, we were like, I can't leave without this barrel. And I was like, well, I've got to try it then. And sure enough,
you
it
took
was
the
one of
barrel?
the best. No, I got a bottle, but
you said you can't leave without the barrel.
A glass bottle.
So he's done. He's done. What?
Am I the only one with taste on this podcast? Because I'm not a dad.
Oh God!
Is
Here
that
we
how
go.
this works?
Now he has the most
What does
taste
that
of the
mean?
group, Brian.
whoa, what happened? What do you mean? Is it because I'm in
Also,
sweatpants?
This is not a
Ah.
podcast. Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry. This live stream. I'm so used to our chosen medium. I gotta adjust.
So what was the comment about dads?
Oh,
Well,
just that
because
I have
made
more
fun of
taste.
your joke, and he thinks he has
They-
taste because
They all
he doesn't.
they all
he's,
keep
he's
making the
being
same.
uppity. He's being bougie, or like we always make fun of Josh for being bougie.
Just so you all know, the people in the chat, Josh owns a Peloton, so that should tell you everything you need to know about him and how he thinks of himself. So
he also has a record player room. I'm just gonna leave it there.
And he literally takes his Peloton water bottle with him everywhere he goes.
If you're not flaunting it, what are you even doing?
And he holds it like with a label out. No, it's not.
I'm
Donnie,
not doing that right
Donnie
now.
was
I got a
the-
nice cup of Commonwealth pint glass here. So
Love those
Local
guys. I haven't been there
shout-out.
in a while.
Lexington translator.
I think I
That's my
told
bit.
you this. I think I told you guys this the last, or maybe when we recorded your podcast. But the last time I went to Cup of Commonwealth was when I got in my first car wreck. Well, first and only. for that
You
matter.
did tell us that.
how much stuff flew from your back seat to the front windshield when you got in that wreck?
Did you
Well,
get
that
knocked
was a
out from
close-
behind?
That was a closed trunk, so nothing. So, like the trunk was separate from the cab. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Joseph, did I just say I was at the Grease? No, I was at the Breeze. Breeze.
you call
Uh,
me the breeze?
It's a bar in Lexington, and their original location is in Louisville. But speaking of the Grease, he's actually going to be on the podcast next week. So
Oh.
I'm sure you guys have listened. Not you guys here. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. People in the chat have listened to the podcast. But Grease is going to be on next week. I'm super excited.
Podcast. Great name.
They were a huge inspiration for me when I started my show. They were about a year and a half into theirs, and I was like, I love what they're doing. I want to do something similar.
Coincidentally, us too. That's how we got started.
Guys, we are not giving enough credit to Erica Smith's comment of, "Is Eric Smith my Wario?"
That is
That is a
fantastic.
deep,
I kind
deep
of-
pool, and I am here for that.
I kind of feel like Erica might be the Wario in this situation.
Also, Joseph's
Whoa.
comment of Pelotons are only fit for
Oh, lock my
110-pound
door.
women.
But no.
That's,
It's
that's
because,
accurate.
Hold on. It's because Eric has like the original name, and Erica sounds like there's something else added on to it. Like it's a change in the original name. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
Eric was just too lazy to finish out the whole name, so he had to get rid of the A.
Grease on the podcast
Eric
next
is-
week. Yes.
Eric is the toadstool to Erica's peach.
Who's Daisy then?
Me.
Okay.
And I'm Luigi.
Hey, Koopa.
And I am Luke Skywalker.
That's about right.
Different universe.
I'm really-
Different universe.
Reels at
I'm
40
I'm really
hours.
tired. I'm so
Stuff
sorry.
else with shipment and bottles over to me.
Are you reading Chris's comment out loud?
Yeah.
Are you an out loud reader?
Yes. I'm an out loud
Yeah.
everything if you haven't noticed.
Joe's just
So-
out loud.
So
I'm just
Chris
loud.
Chris is one of our two resident Aussie folks who are
Aussie?
friends of the show. Yeah, they're all the way in
Nice.
Brisbane, Australia.
The singer?
So
Not Osborne.
No, I know.
Aussie.
Australian. I get it. It was a joke.
Well, Chris, we like to tout ourselves as an international podcast. So if you want to help us out and really confirm that for us,
That's the first time I've ever touted that, but I'm here for it.
I mean, we are technically international. There was that one week where we were like the number 3 comedy podcast in Nigeria or something.
Lithuania. Yeah.
That happened.
I think we also hit a top 5 on improv podcasts in Qatar. So
Well, Qatar only has like 2,000 people. in it, so
International.
we're hitting
Like
our
I said.
demographics good.
But really all that meant was like 10 people downloaded 3 episodes.
oh, for the longest time, our number 3 listening audience was South Korea.
Nice.
I don't.
least
I
it
don't know
wasn't-
why. It
I'll say
feels
that's
like it
interesting
was
because
mostly- but it
Yeah, I
feels
was
like it was
gonna say,
mostly
our
just a
number 2 is
middle
North
finger
Korea,
to-
We just chill it out a little bit there, just a little longer.
Chris, what time is it in Australia?
It's the morning over there for them. I think right now it's like
Google's your friend.
Well, but
I think
it's
it's
more
like
fun
10
if I
a.m. over
interact.
there.
Aren't they 17 hours ahead of us? Is it 17?
Oh,
Or is that Japan?
Joseph with the
Joseph.
burn.
Joseph.
Joseph. Dang.
Oof.
I-
Oof.
That's fine.
Why you gotta do me like that?
That's fine.
Global.
He's
Globe.
never listened, obviously, guys. I challenge you to listen and tell us we're not funny. You could tell
Low
us
blow,
we're
Joe,
wrong,
bro.
but we're funny. Come on.
Oh, there we go. It's 11:51 a.m. And that's from Chris's
is-
partner Lil.
That is late enough to start drinking some bourbon. So
But that is 11:51
hours.
a.m. like a day and a half from now.
Yeah, it's
Right?
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the future.
How's tomorrow
They-
looking?
They already slept off the hangover from this live
let
stream.
Somebody tell Perry how tomorrow's looking.
Let me know how tomorrow's looking because I gotta know. Oh wait, no, that was the wrong one. No,
Yeah,
that's the
this
wrong
Joseph guy, he's not a fan of me. That's okay.
one too. It's like Highlander. There can only be one Joe.
That's fine. Well, he's Joseph. I'm Joe.
Wait, I'm doing great with this. I need to turn
There's so
on a
many-
VPN.
so
and
many
make sure it's
comments.
not podcast in
That's-
Madagascar.
I've successfully, I think, pissed everyone off on this podcast, on this live stream.
Sunny in the future. Thanks, Chris.
The only
That's all we need.
the only reason you guys aren't going to be on is not because of me. It's just everybody's going to have such a visceral reaction to you,
They'll
that-
never come back to this live stream. if
that
we're
that
here.
tends to be what happens to us.
which doesn't bode well since I, have this 1,000 sub live stream on Saturday. Come check it out so I can make some more money, please.
Don't worry, I won't be there.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't mean-
we will not.
I
Hey,
didn't mean
everybody.
that how it came out. I apologize.
That came
for
out
what I
so
said.
much
Here's-
worse than
Here's the pitch, though. Everybody subscribe, and tell your friends to subscribe because the next time they go live, we won't be here.
yes,
And if you subscribe before then, you don't have to get on and listen to Perry.
Unsubscribe.
It'll already be there.
I don't know
I
what I
like
was
this live
expecting.
interaction. It would be
This is
hard to do
going
this
great.
during our show, but I would be all for it.
I don't know
would
what
be
I
way
was
too
expecting
distracted.
from tonight, but this has gone exactly as well as I thought it was going to.
92
terrible.
degrees in Brisbane. Please,
I'm
Brisbane.
open for 50 tomorrow.
Yeah. Listen, if
It
the
was-
future is actually 92 degrees, that'll be great because I would love to go sit on my patio tomorrow. So
I had
you're
lunch
coming
on
tomorrow?
mine yesterday.
We can sit on my patio.
I'll come sit on your patio.
I got
No,
patio.
listen, I'm redoing my patio. I'm trying to make it a place to drink fine spirits and beer and wine. So
I was
everybody
gonna say, I
can
need
come
Perry
over.
to publish that comment because that's going to happen.
Live show in Lexington, absolutely.
We are
More
we would love
on
to do
that
it.
to come in the near future.
I was going to say, we have plans.
There's a pandemic right now, so as soon as that's
We do?
over, we're
Yeah.
we're gonna jump all over it.
We
Swan, we're
here's,
here for
here's
it,
the
buddy.
deal, though. We're
Push
going
your
to
pellets out on
mark.
your patio. That way, he actually feels like he goes outside and plays.
Yeah. That way I can feel
But-
like I'm actually riding a bike.
He
But
just
I-
he just
like,
stares
here's-
out his back window.
Here's my
That's
pitch
actually what
for
I
the
do.
live show. Here's my pitch for the
Okay.
live show, though.
Okay.
So we want it to be really popular, right? And we want a lot of people to be there. We want to make sure that the word gets out to as many people as possible, right? So everybody's got to do a really good job of sharing the word. So what we're going to do is call it the super spreader show. Right? Because everybody's really excited about it. It's going to be really cool. Everybody shared it with everybody. They've spread the word around, right? So
Yeah.
it's super spreading
What could go wrong?
word about nothing. I can't think of a single thing that would happen.
Hey,
that-
go ahead and get on Twitter and start replying that to people.
Guys, I'm going to the super spreader.
Super
show.
spread.
I'm sorry.
That'll
I'll
go over
stop.
well.
I'm sorry.
I just
I'll
hope
stop.
we have a live show and people show up. That's my goal.
I'd personally like it if it was just us four. That way I'm less nervous.
Oh,
If it was just us four, I'd be pretty
recording
sad.
in 3 to 4 of us with no audience. Donnie, how many coats will the Peloton hold? I'm betting there are at least 8 on it right now.
I
Josh,
think
you use it
hypothetically,
actively, so-
I think hypothetically, I could logically get minimum 8 on there. There are so many places to hang coats. I haven't tried it yet.
Next Tell Me I'm Wrong episode. Is Costco the best store or the greatest store?
What
I
is
don't
the
know. My
one
wife
item?
has
See, that
my-
energy, I love Costco, but our episode would be, what is the one item you would never want to buy from Costco?
Yeah, or how long could you survive in a Costco by yourself?
Have you been there? At least 6 months.
Lucy has almost a panic attack every time she goes in Costco.
Because there's so
Just
much
too many
awesome.
free samples.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, we need to get Adam on our show. He's cracking jokes left and right.
He's a
It's included in the subscription, Adam. You don't worry about it.
They have there's a class for working out. Then they
Yeah.
have a whole separate class. The working out class lasts 10 minutes. The hanging coats is an hour and 45 minutes.
So I didn't realize Patrick was in here. Pat's another one of our resident Washington listeners. He is actually currently overseas in New Zealand.
Oh,
With
Listen to our
with,
show
our-
in New Zealand so we get that country. Is that bad?
No. Anyway, he's over there for work. He's defending
That's
our great
cool.
country.
he's starring in the
Hey.
next Lord of the Rings movie.
Thank you for that. That's very cool.
Zombie.
For those of you in a studio apartment, the Peloton doubles as a closet.
It doubles as a closet in a home with 3 bedrooms too. You wouldn't believe it.
What are we doing?
They like to
Where-
boast how it's like a small footprint. It's like 8 square feet or something like that on their commercial.
When we bought our house, the people we bought it from had a Peloton and a tread climber in the basement. My wife asked them if they would leave the Peloton, and we got here, and it was just the tread climber.
As you can see, right there behind Joe's head.
That was kind of a big fu.
Slide your big head out of the way so they can see your tread climber.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. Man, look at that
may
piece
lose
of
my camera.
machinery.
There it is.
I've got my tread
I'm looking
climber,
at that piece of machinery to his other
and
side.
then I've got this wonderful poster.
There we go.
With our
There it
picture
is.
on it. That's not vain at all.
This is the puzzle, right?
Look how happy
Yes.
we were.
Great
What if-
television
what if-
right now.
What if the puzzle just broke live on air?
That would be very sad for me. Just doing all that
crumbled.
blue.
We might go viral if that happened.
Doing all that blue was miserable, but this was a Christmas
Sad
gift.
man breaks puzzle on live stream.
You said not to cuss much. It would not work out well for you. It would just be beep after beep.
You know what's
Joe-
great,
This is how
Joe?
much I have
I
left.
can, Joe,
Total.
what's great is that I can just do that, and just your mic gets muted. So if
I have
if that were to ever
Hey.
happen,
Oh, what? Oh,
Not to make plans on this podcast, but what are you doing on Saturday, Joe? Do you have free time? Because I think you should hop on Perry's stream, enjoying while you do the tread climber, like the entire time.
Yeah, just in the background, silent. He's just going to be in the
Just me
corner.
walking on the
Just
tread climber.
walking.
Every time Perry gets a subscriber, I
Get a
up
Joe
the
cam.
speed.
Yes. Oh
Listen,
my gosh, I will pay.
by the-
I will
listen,
pay.
by the
Listen,
end
I'd-
you're going
I'd be
almost
here for that. I
400
could go
miles
for
an
at
hour.
least. I could be here for at least 10 minutes. I could go for that long.
10 minutes.
Donnie, all of the Tell Me I'm Wrong guys are here in Lexington, actually. So
We're right in the
We
thick
are
of
some
it.
local boys.
The heart
Some
of the
local
bluegrass.
boys.
We are a Kentucky
Yeah.
proud.
We are Perry and I live like, I don't know, spitting distance
live
from each
like-
other, more or less.
Just about. And I could more than likely break a window football on your childhood home because
That's
we
true.
can see it.
I
from
did
our-
not
our
know where
front
you were
porch.
going with that. I thought you were just gonna say I can more than likely break a window.
I'm just gonna
with a
I'm gonna
football. I
drive
was
by,
like,
throw a
All right,
I'm gonna
next
drive
tell
by,
me
throw
I'm
a
wrong
football
topic.
into John's
Can
house.
Perry break a window?
Just in general, not even
Just
with a
in
specific
general.
item.
Adam just asked if we like Darius
no.
Rucker.
Swan, I will die.
I mean,
Uh,
not really.
so-
There's
I've got-
so much
I-
going on here.
So Darius Rucker, I actually got a good Darius Rucker story.
Of course
Um,
you do.
Listen, I was interning at a record label down in Nashville in 2013, and I was walking to my car after work that day, and I almost got ran over by a car, like literally stopped like less than a foot away from me. And I'm like, what the hell? And I turn and I look and I make eye contact with Darius Rucker in his car. And so I almost got killed by Hootie. It would have been the highlight of my life.
I mean, much better than the blowfish.
Bad joke. Real bad joke.
Listen, I like Hootie the blowfish. You all give him crap. I'm a big Hootie fan.
He did almost kill me.
Y'all know
In
that
more
Keith-
ways than one.
Josh, I think we need to add that to your bio on the website.
Almost got killed
Rick
by
Ross
almost
is
killed-
talent
almost
escort,
killed by
almost
Hootie.
killed by Hootie. Personal friend with Gucci Poochie.
Yes, I was on Music Row. I was interning at Word Records, a Christian record label. Believe it or not.
That is the most Christian record label sounding.
If you
want to
know more about all three of
Wow.
us, check out the "What's Your Deal" episode of Tell Me I'm Wrong.
We
So
tell a lot of stories.
there is some
This-
stories on there that are just great stuff.
Don Aspic. So this is a reference to a brain fart that I had on last week's episode.
Lonzo Ball.
No. I was
Terry
trying
doesn't
to.
know that.
He's not a sports guy.
I know. He's a tennis player, right? Anyway,
Yeah, yeah. Him and his brothers. They're all tennis players.
he's ranked against Mark McGuire.
And Brett Favre.
Babe Ruth. Yeah.
Anyway, so last week I was trying to say that something was in the same ballpark, but I was also confusing whatever the other phrase is. Something house. What is it? Not warehouse.
I don't know what the
Doesn't-
house phrase
doesn't-
is.
I don't know either.
All park, all field, maybe? Was that where you're
No.
going?
Something about a house.
No, I meant to say
Yeah.
ballpark, and it came out ball house. And so, like, I didn't cut it from the episode because it was,
Funny.
it was funny. I figured I may as well leave it in. But
Lay on the sword. Wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse. Yeah, no,
Wheelhouse.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Patrick.
good.
That's got to be the one.
I've never seen
Wheelhouse.
Hot Wheels
Oh,
in a
Wheelhouse.
house.
Yeah. Wheelhouse. Thank you. My brain has just been killing itself trying to figure this out.
I like Full House. That's a
Your-
good
Your
alternative.
brain has been killing yourself to try to figure out Wheelhouse.
No, killing itself.
Oh, killing it softly with this love.
Joe is just trying to get this stream struck down, dropping all of the intellectual.
That was a
property.
different name.
Joseph, no, I did not just tinkle.
Wheel park.
Wheel park. That's awesome.
That's gonna be the new inside joke. That's right up my wheel park.
I like some of these other ones. Field House. That's good.
I like
House of
I like
House.
Nevif Mond.
Maybe my
I also
favorite.
I also like Nevif Mond.
I don't get that one.
I think it was supposed to be Nevermind.
This is only a Lexington reference, but it's not a ball house; it's a ball home.
That's right.
And if you talk to anyone who's ever owned a ball home, they will tell you they're the worst
Yeah,
home
yeah.
in the world.
Yeah. If it's a ball home, it's
We own a ball home. It's fine. It's very drafty in the garage. It's where I am currently.
I need to go back and highlight Adam Terry's joke about Josh. He only wanted to be with you, because that Darius Rucker joke was hilarious and it cracked me up. And I just needed to make sure that everybody saw it.
thank you
I
for
meant
shining a light on good content, Ryan.
I meant to highlight it, but we got
I'm a big
distracted.
fan of Adam Terry, apparently, because every time he has posted a joke, I think Two Bourbon Ryan really likes Adam Terry.
Are you the one that's putting them in the video chat?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, how does it pick and choose which one to play? Like, I was like, this live stream's kind of a dick. It only shows half of the statements.
Joe's new to technology. It
All
used to
right,
take
man.
Joe 45 minutes to get on Zoom.
That's not an exaggeration. Not
I
an
believe it.
exaggeration.
No, I fully believe it.
I was using
Before
my
we-
wife's 2011 MacBook. It's struggling.
And Joe didn't have any clue what we were doing today, because before we started, he texted me and said, "Is this live video?" And we were like, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay, I'll be late. I gotta go change my shirt." So that's what we're working with. So the fact that before the podcast was over, he figured out that Perry was the one that was putting the comments on the screen. I'm kind of proud of him, to be quite honest.
Donnie, I was almost in an accident with Jerry the King Lawler.
I would
A lot
let
of
that
people
man
were.
hit me. He's hilarious.
I also just realized midstream that I wasn't subscribed.
You're
and I
peen?
just went and subscribed.
Let's
So
get
you're
it
already
to
up
the
one.
subscriber.
Let's get a live look at the well, not look. I'm the only one looking, but I'm gonna
A live
check
update.
out the current. Oh wow, we're at an even 555.
Oh, my mother is
555.
here.
My
Let's
home
get
was
some-
built by Wiseman.
Schooling you on who actually built your home.
I thought it was
Perry,
a
you
ball.
idiot. No, that's
Is
why
that
your home's
because-
still standing. It was a
is that
Wiseman
because your
home, not a
house
ball
was-
home.
I have to give a quick shout out to Mama Ballard. She is our number one fan,
By
followed
far,
closely
our
by
number
Perry.
one fan. By far.
Followed closely by Perry. But
your
I did-
sister-in-law is close too, Ryan.
that's true. She's a big fan.
I would like to point out that today we put up our new graphics for our show, and his sister-in-law Katie shared the show, and then my wife, instead of just sharing the show, made a comment underneath her share about how she was a better fan than than she was.
Oh, Katie Watkins is an excellent fan of our show for sure.
I was like, my wife took the time to type a comment out instead of actually sharing it. Thanks, sweetheart.
It's also completely genuine. Like I don't ever really talk to her about the show, but she'll just text me and be like, "Oh my gosh, this show." So it's not like her shilling because of me.
I do text you guys like basically every
You
week,
do.
telling you what my funniest or my favorite funny moment from the show was.
Speaking
It's
of
nice having-
text, on Valentine's Day, I texted Perry because my wife was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I just want to go buy you a nice bottle of bourbon for Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. Thank you. So we're on our way. I text Perry and I'm like, hey, Perry, I'm about to go in and buy a bottle of bourbon. Roughly this cost. What do you suggest?
And I got back to him about an hour or 2 hours later.
That's what I got.
And you-
Silence. And I said, oh, he goes, would you end up? He like gave me a big list. I was like, well, I ended up going with Willet. That's nice.
Just text back. He's like, simp.
pretty much. I mean, I was just like, we were sitting on the couch and I was like, I guess I bought the wrong thing.
What'd you end up getting?
I mean,
Willet.
oh yeah. What
You got-
was your
you got-
suggestion, Perry?
I can't even remember.
He gave me
pull it
like
up.
4 and I didn't know 3 of them.
I
We have
also
reached
just like
everybody's favorite segment of the weekly live stream where people read their text messages to each other. This is
a new recurring segment that brought to you by
says
Tell Me I'm
phenomenal
Wrong.
content.
Rare
So-
breed or Russell
so-
Reserve single barrel wild turkey products that are of exceptional quality. I said
He
I
said
ended up going with Willet,
Will.
and he said, "Well, that works too. Hope you're well."
The,
I'm gonna be
the
honest.
of exceptional quality there's doing a lot of work, assuming that Joe knew what one of this was.
I don't know what to tell you, bud. Like, I did my legwork.
I'm
Like,
gonna
2
say
hours later,
I almost sent the same text around Christmas because Leah was gonna get me a bottle of bourbon for Christmas, but I ended up just going with whatever I found because I felt I was like I don't know, I don't always want to just text Perry about bourbon. Like I feel like
I
a
don't
bad
care.
friend.
text away. I don't care. I'm always
I just
happy to.
answer you 2.5 hours later.
But here's. I was out doing grocery shopping because we were about to get hit with a nice storm.
We were. It's
That's
true.
the
So
Yeah,
was
he's
Joe. He was at the
always
liquor
out
store.
Yeah, priorities.
And what was important?
I was going back and forth between, well, not back and forth, but I was jumping from store to store trying to find a snow shovel. And everywhere was sold out of not only snow shovels, but also salt. And so nature did the shoveling for me the past couple of days and finally melted everything. But
Nature is the best snow shovel, in my opinion.
Joseph, how does a Kentucky guy not know anything about bourbon?
I didn't. I went to state school. We drank Miller
I
Lite.
will-
That's what I went.
I will
I just-
defend Joe, which doesn't usually happen very often. Joe doesn't know. He doesn't not know anything. Like he knows.
I mean,
he
I
knows
like
how to pick
bourbon,
out
but
a
I
good
don't
bourbon.
Listen, I've got a 3-year-old little girl and a podcast. I don't have time to study bourbon.
I was gonna say we don't have a podcast devoted to bourbon, so we just go and we look for something that's in the right price range and we pick it out.
Usually it's this is on sale. That looks good. You want to try it? And I go, sure.
So I need Joseph to just cool it.
He has a thing for me, man. He does not like me.
He does not like Joe.
He's going to be here in April. He's going to be here in April. He's got
may
his
tell
him to
full
cool it.
vaccination. Well, he's got his full vaccination if you guys want to come meet him.
I was gonna say we need to set up.
You can tell him he's wrong.
Yeah, we'll go. So
Hey
there's
Joe,
there's
you're wrong.
If he wants to come by over where I live, there's a school right over here, and so we can go all high school and go have a fist fight out behind it. I think that's what
Schoolhouse
Joe
brawl.
You mean Dixie? Like the elementary school?
the elementary school.
That's
Even
what my
better.
wife
We'll
Listen,
get arrested because we're at an elementary school. 2 grown men fighting with each other.
Listen, I live over here. It's not uncommon.
Listen, Adam Terry, you're just a better man than I am. Okay, jeez.
Sipping ain't easy. That's a good. Hey, that would be a really good episode title for you guys. Simping ain't
That is
easy.
a
And
good-
it's
that is
but-
a good episode
okay.
title.
So who would you simp for? Like out of I don't know the Sailor Moon girls or something. I don't know.
Whoa. We're not
I'm gonna
that
tell
kind
you
of
how
Just-
out of touch that I
I'm
am.
just
I don't even
spitballing.
know what this word you're saying means.
Look, there's
Sailor Moon?
one.
or simping.
Simping.
I mean, I liked what we had earlier, but maybe bringing in the Muppets for which Muppet would you simp for? Is
There we
another one.
go.
Actually, that's hilarious.
It's about time for another Muppet episode.
Eric said, "No, we talking."
I'm literally.
Are they
reading
really
about
like
simping
12?
on
I'm
Google.
sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't
Who's
cancel me.
12?
Barry goes all creepy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm really winning today. I am pulling it hard.
Perry and the beloved '90s band Bare Naked Ladies, all out here being creepy towards Sailor Moon characters.
Is there a thing with Bare Naked Ladies and Sailor Moon?
Yeah, so in the song "1 Week," which was a #1 hit, he says "Boom anime babes," or Sailor Moon has got the boom anime babes that make me think the wrong thing.
That's what he says. I can't understand a word that guy says in that song.
Listen, they were my favorite band until I was like 14. So,
And now you're just defending Florida Georgia Line.
Oh.
let's not. Let's not go there.
It's been 1 week.
Trying to get sticking down again.
Lewis is just
Jeez.
dragging me.
I
I'm
mean,
really sorry. I didn't realize they were that. I'm so sorry.
He was just trying to make an obscure reference. It's
I'm gonna
all
have
right.
to. I'm gonna have to put out an apology video now.
I know.
I think you might already need to do that.
maybe your 1,000 subscriber event on Saturday can just be like a 10-hour long apology video.
That sounds good.
It's
I would
just-
watch that.
I just cry for 10 hours and I get really dehydrated. Not from like
Well,
drinking
you have
bourbon
to-
or anything. It's just because of how many tears I've been shedding.
You just have to
We
go
got
in
Perry
and out of it.
crying until he's dehydrated, Joe on the tread climber until he's dehydrated. I think that
No, I'm not going to get dehydrated. I'm doing shots of beer.
Oh.
That's
Hey,
what
he
Swan
likes me
said,
now.
right?
He's just suckering me in to
Aw.
beat me up when he gets here.
The old rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're best friends. We're both Joes. Get over here. His steel chair
Brian
to the
down
back
there.
when I walk away.
Watching X-Files with no lights on.
With
Hey, I've
double
been watching
maison.
the X Files through. That show still slaps, and it also scares me sometimes.
We're getting close to finishing up Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley is fantastic. Once you finish that, if you haven't watched Succession on HBO yet, that should be your next move.
You know
In
what?
my
I keep hearing.
Does
that.
it get better after the first episode?
the last episode of season 2 is the best single episode of television I've ever seen in my life by a mile.
I
George
completely
Steinbrenner
missed what
loves
you
some
guys are
kung pao
talking about.
chicken.
How many episodes are there per season of Succession?
Like 10. You can do it.
Okay.
You can
we
do it.
tried
Hang in
watching-
there.
We're
We try.
like Westworld because we're in season 2 and I can't tell if it's real or not real the majority of the time.
Yeah, I don't peg you as a as a Westworld.
I
person.
love season 1. Season 2, I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Is he really?
That's Joe's opinion. That's Joe's opinion about every show he watches. He's like, yeah, we're like in
the
season.
same thing happens to me when I'm watching The Simpsons. I'm like, is this
Yeah.
real or?
Joe's like, man,
Lost.
season 6 of Friends, and I cannot tell. Like, is this an alternate
I
reality? Are
hate
they in
Friends.
purgatory?
I would hit the Friends cast with my car, except for Courtney and her cat.
Lost, The Leftovers, My Little Pony. Like the list
All
goes
right.
on, man.
Adam Terry, I don't know who Philip DeFranco is, but I think I'm going to just be offended by that comment.
Is that the
He's
distant
a-
cousin
he's a
of
youth-
James Franco?
He's a YouTuber. He's
I
actually
did
pretty
Google him. He
You-
looks like
look-
me.
good. I was gonna say y'all look very similar to each other.
He
but
does.
apparently
look like
you're
me.
only you're only
But
the
apparent-
dollar store version of Philip DeFranco.
Joseph,
If
Joseph, what kind
anything,
of shows do you
he's
like?
doing
I'll
his
give you some
best
recommendations
Ryan
on
Story
HBO.
impression.
I do love Westworld. It's just half the time I don't know what the hell's going on.
Did you ever watch the original movie?
Whoa.
No, I've not. Is that? I didn't know if that was a correlation of it. Is it the same thing? I thought it was just a movie called Westworld.
No, okay. Or the tell me I
Let's
from
no. We just need to go ahead and clear the air.
I don't know
No.
what that is.
don't
It's My
yuck
Little
anybody's
Pony.
yum. Don't yuck
No,
anybody's
I've
My
never
Little
yum.
seen
Pony.
that. Never seen it.
We are not those people.
What were we talking
Perry
about?
Perry is one simple switch away from being This Is My Brony podcast. I just want to point out. So
Oh, that's a great April
rebrand
Fool's
in the
joke.
future.
If I ever run out of bourbon content,
Start talking about
you-
small batch ponies.
Joseph, if you like comedy, Eastbound and Down and Vice Principals is absolutely hilarious. It's
And
stupid
I know,
comedy.
I know, I brought up My Little Pony, but that was just for a bit. Chris, waiting for Perry to get into the Wiggles. We'll have to send them their adult music from when they were the Cockroaches. I listened to that episode of Do Go On where they did a full report on Wiggles, and I've not listened to the Cockroaches yet, but I know full well that they were like a real band before they were the Wiggles.
I didn't know that.
They're Australian. Where's
Yeah,
the guys from
uh-huh.
Australia? They would know that.
That's who said it.
Oh,
Yeah. The guys
Listen,
from
There's so many comments
pay
coming on
attention.
here that it's really hard to stick with all the different threads going right now.
Joe was not built for this.
I play a lovable idiot on our podcast. Guess what? It's not really an act.
The best acting is what you pull from real life. So
I just
And the
kinda
best
amp it
comedy
up a
comes
little
from
bit.
trauma. So
we do live in a society.
I don't think the Tim
All
that
right,
people know
Joker.
how revealing that that Josh comment was.
Is that ever going to be talked about on the podcast, Josh?
It's
well,
referred to.
It is referred to.
Wait,
Yeah,
what
but
is
like
it?
in-
what did he say?
Probably
My
I mean,
trauma, Joe. We're talking about my trauma.
Yeah, that it'll come out eventually, I think.
I don't think
Well,
so.
Okay, 'cause
So
I was
kinda
going to
like-
give you the. I was going to give you
We
the
haven't-
platform to do it here if you wanted.
no, we have an alternate alternate cut of our New Year's Eve episode
That is
where I
true.
did talk about it that we ended up scrapping because we realized
It was
That we
not for the time.
It was a
we
huge
couldn't
bummer.
mine any comedy out of 2020, and we recorded for like an hour and a half, and then immediately decided we should just throw that one in the trash.
We have almost
Ryan, did
an
you just
entire.
say it was a huge bummer?
It was terrible. If we ever have a Patreon, it will be the first one we publish, and we'll just tell everybody, here's one that's been unpublished. It's the only unpublished episode of Tell Me I'm Wrong, and it's awful.
It is so depressing.
We all
And-
unanimously agreed, like, yeah, let's just sit on that one.
Yeah, we went in trying to be funny, changed the topic, then tried to be serious, then tried to be funny again, and it was all just depressing and sad. And we didn't feel like that really fit the brand, So we threw it away.
I don't think the nudity goes anywhere in season 2
I
and
do
3.
like
Joseph.
most of the nudity.
Joseph, goodness gracious.
Putting
There's a lot of
putting-
penises in there. I will be honest.
all
There is
right,
a
all
lot.
right.
putting the most in quotations made that 100 times worse.
If you're watching HBO, the best show you can watch is season 1 of True Detective. That's the best thing HBO's ever put out.
That's a bold
comedy.
statement.
It is.
No, have you watched Watchmen yet?
I've not watched Watchmen, no.
But I also heard Succession is like the best show of
the
all
Woody
time.
Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey dynamic in True Detective season 1 is amazing. It's 6 episodes. Seriously, one of the best things I've ever seen.
True Detective season 1 is good. I will say the only drawback is I only like some of the nudity instead of most, and so
Don't watch season 2 and 3 of True Detective. I didn't watch season 3 actually. Season 2 is awful, but season
none
1
of the nudity in season 2 and 3 is any good.
it has Vince Vaughn. If that does anything for you, so I wouldn't. I'd stay away.
Does that do something for you?
No, Vince
Is
Vaughn.
there-
No,
Is there Vince Vaughn dong?
no, there's not.
Okay.
Are you allowed to say Vince Vaughn? Dog?
Vince
It is a
Vaughn
good thing
dog-
this is not an
That would be-
episode of our podcast because that would be the title.
It's
Vince
better
Vaughn.
than
That would be the
saying
title.
Vince Vaughn dog would definitely be the title.
And we would
Oh,
never
so what-
recover from it.
Listeners,
It's
this is
gotta-
not
it's
far
the-
off. We did a podcast episode on which board game was the sexiest board game to play on Valentine's Day, and it was Operation versus the Game of Life. And there was a lot of puns and euphemisms in that. So if you're here for this, you may like that.
So Vince Von Dong episode would be what's the most tasteful male nudity on an HBO show?
No, see, because our titles never have anything to do with the episode.
I sent this episode. I saw this on Reddit earlier. It's what famous phrase could you change one word in and still make it work? And the first thing I thought up was 4 whores and 7 years ago. It literally pops in my mind immediately, and I was like, "It works. It works."
Oh my gosh. There's no one watching this anymore. Everyone is done.
They're done.
No.
I'm sorry, Perry.
I will give you this, Joe.
We might
That
as well be
was-
on Zoom.
That was good enough that through my noise canceling headphones, I just heard Erica laugh in the other room. So somebody is watching it, and the call is coming from inside the house.
Well, I think that's about as good as we're gonna
I hear
get
that you
here
just
as
said
we
that I
start
pulled
to
my
wrap it
headphones
up.
out.
I'd like to remind everybody that on Saturday we're doing our 1,000 subathon.
And don't
starting
worry,
at
we won't be
noon
here.
Eastern time. Even if you are, it's totally fine at this point. Anyway,
Abe Lincoln
I-
and Oakley's in a wife beater.
this is the reason to listen to Tell Me I'm Wrong. But Tammy said we're loving this. Should we keep going then? I don't know.
Hey, listen,
How are you guys feeling?
I mean,
bourbon.
my wife's
so-
asleep. I have nothing else to do tonight, so I'm cool with going
Fine.
on.
Let's just keep it rolling.
If
Why
you all
not?
need to go, that's perfectly fine.
No,
I'm
no,
just
I'm
sitting here.
I'm fine for a little
My
bit.
wife gets up for the gym at 5 a.m., so 9 o'clock hits, and she's like, okay, bye.
I'll say this is the only peace and quiet I get in this house, so I'm good.
Oh,
Erica,
Erica
are
is
you
watching.
still on? If you are still on, I need you to comment.
She said this is or that's called divine inspiration, which is pretty amazing. Donnie said he's free for 35 minutes. Yeah, in 35 minutes.
Start
Well,
the
hold on.
clock.
No. There's a reason. It's because in 35 minutes is our buddy Clifton's stream over at Bourbon Bites here on YouTube.
So we should go bomb his stream.
Why not? 100%.
Harry, we've recorded on Thursday nights, and every time we've recorded, we've talked about what if we just jumped on your stream and didn't tell you. But now that we
True
know
life.
you have to say,
Okay.
no, we can't do that.
Quick story. 2 weeks ago, we were recording on a Thursday and you were going live. And during the episode, I pulled up.
Sorry.
During the episode, I pulled up your live stream, and so did Josh. And we immediately saw how serious it was.
We were out.
Yeah, they started reading comments to me, and I said, that's not for me.
Was this last week?
This
That
was
was
when
2
you
weeks
had
ago.
an open chat. Like anybody, like you.
And
just
there
had
was a
folks
bunch of
joining
people.
with it.
You had like 6 people on.
Oh, that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I immediately, like, no one, like, there were no jokes. I was like, oh man, this is not the vibe. This is not the vibe.
Well, you know what it was? Okay. Nah, doesn't matter. We don't have to talk about it right now.
I would have ruined that moment for you all, so it was best that I did not come on.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time to.
You wouldn't have gotten Vince Von Dong if you were there.
Donnie
My wife
says,
does not use the trade climber. She goes to a group class thing.
Eric is playing along with the bit. I love it.
Hey, she's always game for a good bit. That's why she's great.
Louis, we were serious, or excuse me, Lewis, we were serious like in the first like 10 minutes.
You were
That was-
serious when we got on.
That's when we. Yeah.
Well, that
We were wrapping up finishing an episode and we popped in and we were like, yeah, we're gonna do is ruin these people's great time. So we're just gonna bow out of this one.
Hey, we got a new subscriber to the Linux
Yes,
Cat.
Linux Cat, shout out.
This
yeah,
was,
Donnie.
all right, this was worth it. We're out, Perry.
That's all we're here for. See you later. Hey, tell a friend.
That's the,
Just here for the
that's
subs.
the kind of organic growth you're looking for.
That's right.
I mean, I've asked for a half hour for people to listen to our podcast. I don't know how organic it is anymore.
It would be really funny if like next week you showed up on This American Life or something, like just out of nowhere, apropos of nothing.
They will not let me on that podcast. We know that.
I would pay $1 million to hear Ira Glass say Vince Von Dong. So
Honestly, I'd pay $1 million for Ira Glass to interview Joseph Robinson.
I'm here for that. We had a
you don't get the
podcast
million.
challenge us on Twitter saying that we stole their idea, and they debate like the most serious things, like what's the best song from Hamilton or the best pasta sauce. And ours are best. Which wrestler would be a better youth pastor, or would you rather get the sex talk from Tom Brady or Peyton Manning? Totally the same thing. But I begged Josh to let me debate them.
Was it another podcast with a similar name? Because there is a Tell Me I Am Wrong.
no.
No.
Okay. So it was a show with the same general concept. Okay.
We did our research on the name because we wanted to, and there was one a while ago, and there's a couple episodes, but I think we are currently the biggest podcast with Tell Me I'm Wrong.
Wait,
but
what Netflix show are we talking about?
No, not us.
He's talking about the
talking about the
stream
stream
from a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
I don't know what he's
yeah.
talking about. I can't remember. I can barely remember 2 days ago.
Drunk.
I think Perry's fine. I think it's the rest of us.
There it is. Look at that.
There we
Donnie, subscribe to Tell Me I'm Wrong on the Apple Podcast
Donnie,
app. You guys
shout
can do
out.
that
Shout
wherever
out.
you listen to This Is My Bourbon podcast, actually, as well. So
Donnie, we're going to give
For
you
the-
a shout out on next.
We're on
next
YouTube
recording.
too, apparently, so y'all can listen to us on there.
You can actually.
Well, we already recorded next week, so not next week, Donnie, but the week after that. We'll
Listen for 3 weeks.
the
and
next
then
time we
you'll get it.
record, yeah.
Yeah.
Donnie's getting a shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll have
'cause
to
you
tune
guys-
in next week though.
I
For
do
some
feel
folks.
like
I know Perry's gonna like this. We did a gritty reboot of VeggieTales.
Yeah, this
So,
is okay. This is actually an exclusive. No one else knows this
And
topic.
yeah.
it's
so
fitting for the topic because you have to like do a pitch to HBO for a miniseries.
oh my gosh.
yeah, so
I am
everybody
so
check
excited for that.
out Tell Me I'm Wrong next week. Gritty HBO reboots of VeggieTales.
We're gonna shout you out, but we're gonna say the Linux Cat and then give no context whatsoever to what's going on there, and just say thank you to the Linux Cat, and then move on. So people are like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
I like that actually.
Oh, we were talking about Glow. That's what it was.
Glorious Ladies of Wrestling.
Yes.
I've never watched it, but I want to.
It's
You
such
should
a
watch the
good
show on
man.
Netflix. It is so good.
It is.
And it's a
fantastic.
shame we're not getting another season. They
Lilith,
hate that we're
subscribe
not
on
getting it.
on
they
uh,
just straight up canceled it after a cliffhanger.
Lilith, subscribe on Spotify or iTunes. You'll be able to find it easily there by searching "Tell Me I'm Wrong."
I was gonna say I don't know how I can I don't know how I can give her the link to it, but it's just Tell Me I'm Wrong podcast is possibly what she's missing on YouTube. Tell Me I'm Wrong podcast.
Be too many
Oh,
things
you
on
were
YouTube
talking to
that says-
Lil. I'm sorry. I didn't realize what
No,
you
we
were
weren't talking to you anymore.
Yes,
Perry. We're talking
Chris,
to the people.
shout out.
Chris
Thank you to
and
Jean
Ozzy.
Jacket.
Yes.
Yes, Jean Jacket, Isle of A. They're great. They were
I
gracious
love that
enough to let us-
song, man.
It
I-
is
I- like-
so. We got so
Go ahead.
lucky because we were trying to figure out a theme song, and I was like trolling around, for all the generic stuff you can buy royalty free. And I was like, all this stuff sucks. Like it just doesn't fit the vibe. And so we texted Ryan texted a friend of ours Paul, who plays in a great band called Lilac, here from Lexington as well.
LYLAK if you're interested.
Go check them out.
Very
They're
good.
great. And he was like, well, I think I got a good idea for you all. Send us over. And I actually loved Jean Jacket, that song, for years before it was our theme song. And it absolutely slaps. We got so lucky. We have the best theme song in all of podcasting, in my opinion.
It is
So
the perfect
I wanna-
energy for our show. I love it.
I want to talk about music for a second too. Lil, I'm also going to hold on.
Perry, I can put in our private chat the link. I don't know if you can share that, but that's our YouTube page.
Also, if you guys subscribe, make sure when you listen to the whole song, even past the song at the end, because there is a stinger at the end of every episode. I'm not going to give
Every
you
episode.
any hints, but you want to make sure you listen to the end. It's worth it, I promise. Not
Hold
to
on,
toot
I'm
my
putting
own
this in
horn.
the chat there for you, Lil. So, speaking of
There we
music,
go.
Thanks, Perry.
Josh, I have to. Oh, Donnie even shared it too. So
There we go.
there we go. You got double links.
Just type in that mess and you'll end up at the right place.
Copy paste search on Google. Yeah. Anyway, so for Josh, I didn't really know you that well before. I mean, really before this podcast, and then we kind of like started talking more, of course. And we always we talked in passing, and it was just the casual, like, "Hey, man, what's up? How are you? Oh, good, dude. Good to see you." Yeah. But I always heard about you taking Lucy and Brandy to shows, right?
Mhm.
Because like Lucy's mom's caveat anytime that they were going to like a hardcore or screamo show was, well, is Josh going to be there? Because you played football and like you were intimidating in high school or whatever, and like that was always the.
Sorry, I've never thought I'd hear someone say Josh was intimidating.
I was thinking the same thing.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt.
so anyway, so I'd always hear that, and there was always kind of this like, oh, I better not mess with Josh, anytime. If, I don't want to cross him or anything. But so my favorite story about you before I ever met you was when you guys were on the way to the amusement park in Indiana.
Christmas World.
We went and saw. Oh man, was that when we went and saw Fallout Boy?
No. That you're talking about Warp Tour. I'm talking about the actual whatever the theme park is in Indiana.
Holiday World?
Cedar something.
Oh, Cedar Point up in
Cedar Point.
Sandusky.
That's in
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. Excuse me. I apologize. So, dang, y'all just got 5 subscribers on YouTube.
Yep, just now.
There we go.
Hey, that's awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations,
Now
man.
it's up to 6.
Everybody go listen to their podcast. Seriously.
we had one.
We
No,
don't
it's at
push the
9. It's at
YouTube.
9.
We get
so-
we get a live counter at the bottom of the screen.
It's at 9 total.
Guys, we may
Anyway.
break double digits tonight.
Yeah, one more.
So anyway,
If we get enough,
like,
we'll do some live streams. Go ahead, Perry.
So I think it was like the summer before Lucy and I started dating. You all went up to Cedar Point, and the big thing was Top Thrill Dragster.
Yes.
And Lucy was telling me this story, and it just every time that she would tell it, I just absolutely peed my pants because I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. It's like you guys sitting in the back seat going, Ma, is that Top Thrill Dragster? Ma.
Yeah,
Ma,
we started doing a bit. I don't know if my mother is still on here, but we the entire way back from Sandusky, we're just like, Ma, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Just a bunch of like awful like teenagers just annoying the bejesus out of my parents.
Are you going like, Ma, I think I peed a little. Like seeing Top Thrill Dragster.
It was by far, yeah. I know we did that. I know. I think Lucy joined us for Warp Tour one year, at least one year. I think she went and
years.
saw boys like what was that band?
Boys Like Girls.
Boys Like Girls. Was
Yeah.
that a band?
Yeah, it was.
They
had,
sang that
Summer.
Thunder song.
Or Thunder. Was it
Um,
Thunder or Summer?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's
And
AC/DC.
we saw that, and we saw All Time Low and Yellow Card together, and that was the one where I got invited to go hang out with Yellow Card. It was the
and you couldn't go. Yeah, that's right.
the violinist's birthday, and they were going to a bar, and I was talking to them because like everybody that went to that show was trying to meet All Time Low, and I went over to Yellow Card because they were more my generation. So we just talked SEC football, and he was like, "Hey, we're going. It's my birthday. We're going to go hang out at this bar. You want to come?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to go party with Yellow Card. I love Yellow Card." And I was like, "Oh wait, I have 2 minors with me. I can't. Like, I got to drive them back to Kentucky." There she is, still here with my dad.
Yeah, Mama Ballard's still here.
Of course, she's
Hi,
still
Bill.
here. Number 1 fan.
Josh has a lot of
Absolutely.
fun with long car rides back from the Ohio area with his dad in the car. There's some good stories. Make sure you go listen to episode 2. Put a raincoat on the soldier to hear that long story.
That is the story that hooked me on the show, and it's not just because I know your parents, Josh, but because like I was like, if this is the content that we're going to be getting from this podcast, I am so in. Like, if they had stock, I'd be buying into it. Like, I was.
Guys, we got to go public. We got to go public.
Yeah.
We're taking it to the moon, baby.
When you bring me on
IPO.
as your 4th Beatle, I would like to get some stock options too.
We'll
Myself.
see what we can do.
MIW.
We have a stock ownership plan, but it's only for executives, and unfortunately, that's the 3 of us. So,
Company by it.
What about COO? Can I?
we'll talk about it. We don't have the budget
CFO?
for that. We have entry level. We could
Once
do
you start
that.
delivering bottles of bourbon bigger than this, Perry, we can discuss.
Let me tell you, I'm really good at social media too. So if you need that,
We could
We could
definitely
use
do
that. Yeah.
We
We
could
could
do it so I don't
definitely do
have
some
to.
under the
That'd be
table
great.
deals.
Yeah,
for
Perry's a one
options
man.
for bourbon.
Perry's running his thing, and we've got 3, and we can't get around to the social media most of the time. So,
All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to do live streams now.
Y'all,
It
I'm gonna
has-
have to talk
Donnie
to my
has
wife
spoken.
about this.
what
Your current
what are you
wife?
talking
We'll have
about?
to do the live streams later because if I have to, she's doing more bad nights on her own. She may kill me.
Oh no, we won't do them all the time.
we
can't.
I'm losing the thread here.
Joe is saying that if he does live streams on top of our podcast, his wife will kill him
Okay.
because he is
Okay.
neglecting his duties as a father.
Yes,
Yeah,
What
I
if
don't
you
think
just did it
now
all on
is
the
a
same
good time
night?
for me to add another commitment.
we could do them all on the same night, or if we did them at like 8, I'd be fine with that. But just not 7 o'clock, right in the middle of bath and bedtime.
I like that we had
Yeah.
a planning meeting on Perry's live stream. This is good. This is
But we
great.
still got 20 minutes to kill before that guy has to leave. So
It's Donnie, not just that guy. It's the Linux.
Also-
guy.
I'm sorry, I don't know all these people.
Also, listen, Joe admitted at the beginning that what we do is we come on and we take over, and that's exactly what we did.
It looks like Lewis over there is mixing up me and Joe on our podcast. So
Wait, no, he said Joe.
No, my current wife.
said Joe.
I said
no, I
Oh,
know.
First wife,
okay.
no, I
Oh.
only have one wife.
I
and
got
she's
you.
my
I
current
got
one.
you.
one.
Okay, Josh, I'm picking what you're putting
I've
down.
only got
me. You
one,
got me.
and she's a wonderful
coupons.
lady. She's
He
not
listened.
even listening, but
Hey,
I'll take it.
if anybody
still have
would like
those.
to, if anybody would like to get a discount on their Papa John's order, SM25 is 25% off your order of regular menu price.
You are not doing this live.
I am 100% doing this live. I'm putting this out there for everybody. So, hey man, I'm gonna go down with the ship.
I can't handle it.
SM stands for social media, and 25 stands for the 25% off you're gonna get on your order. So, wrestling.
Anime Warp Tour. I will be honest. I don't think we've ever brought up anime on our podcast. But if you want that and you'll listen, we can try. I've never.
Well, it's
watched
because
it.
I brought up
We'll do
Sailor
anything.
Moon earlier.
We could be bought.
This is an honest question. Does Pokemon count as anime?
No.
I can't.
So
So
I think it does. Well, they do have the anime eyes.
Look at Erica's comment. It's just that's a real deep cut from your
Well, I
podcast
think
too.
the hashtag pizza coupons was a reference.
Was it, or was that to Perry?
I don't know. Is that a Perry
I thought it
reference?
was-
maybe.
I thought it was to me. Anyway.
I've still got those Chuck
I
E.
was gonna
Cheese
say,
tickets in
grab
my
'em.
garage. So if anybody wants them,
Listen, my daughter would
they
take
are
them.
still around.
I can't believe you haven't taken Gwen yet.
Your daughter can have them. Well, there's a panty going on. We can't.
What?
Oh,
I'm
you
not
mean
going
we're
to
in the
Chuck E.
we're in the
Cheese
middle of
I
Panama.
thought you said there's
Panasonic?
panties.
No, Joe. I said a panty, but you know what? Why not? I like most of the nudity on this live stream, personally. So.
Do we need to free the nipple?
Please don't. Whatever you do, please don't. Joe, take your shirt off and get on the tread climber. That's how we need to end this thing.
No, we're gonna get out of here.
I think that means we're done.
I think it means we are definitely done.
I think
Thank
that
you all
means
so much
Bourbon
for-
or Perry wants us to be done.
No. The four of us are still going to talk after I hit in.
Can we turn
but
on the after dark filter?
I don't. Do we have that?
No, I just meant
on.
we can
YouTube
get
say what we
NC17.
want.
Yeah.
There's a leaf background which you can't see. It just
Oh.
looks like there's the logo background, which is nothing.
All right, we're gonna hop over here, and if you join us in 15 minutes, we'll be over on popular on the hub, as the kids call it. So come join us over there.
We
We
will
have a
definitely be
YouTube
over at
channel.
Bourbon
Can we
Bites,
just go?
so-
Can I just go live on that right now?
Yeah,
Can
Let's
you
see.
invite the rest of us?
Let's
No,
see
I mean,
what
I'll
happens.
keep
it
it
says
going.
go live.
I
You'd
could be
have
in
to
bed
you'd
by
have
like
to set it up
11:30.
with StreamYard for all of us to get on there.
Live streaming isn't available right now.
Oh, because you're not over 100 subscribers.
help us,
We have
everybody
10.
in this.
Only
we have 10
only
subscribers.
88 to go.
That's
I'm
a
sorry, we have
desperate
12.
cry for help if I've ever heard one, Josh.
We are going to do a all-day Saturday marathon. So forget Perry. Come join
Yeah.
us.
What do y'all got
Get
going
us
on
to 100.
Saturday?
Same time, same place.
All right. Well, sincerely, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I had a
No, thank you.
I had a blast.
I thought you
We
were
went
just
from
gonna say
3
no.
We went from 3 subs to 12.
Thank you for hanging out. No.
We got so
Oh.
much out of this. I hope Perry got even just anything out of this, because
I
Oh,
enjoyed
you
every
didn't.
second
You
of
got
it.
a reminder of never asking us to come on this again.
No, you guys are definitely going to be on again, whether it's the main episode or this train wreck. I don't know.
So Perry has started calling himself our 4th Beatle. So what are we to you?
Groupies.
My like 6th alternate. I don't know.
Wow.
damn.
That was the same thing
Twist
I
the
was for
knife.
homecoming court. 6 alternate.
All
To
right.
get-
If you
hold on,
guys,
hold on. Before we get out of here, I'm sorry, Perry, but we have to. I need to peel back the layers of that joke Joe just made, because he graduated with like 12 people.
11.
So he wasn't even top 50%.
Three Stooges.
I feel like
you guys
Three
are my
Stooges is a
Three
gift.
Stooges.
I prefer the 3 Amigos. Thank you.
We got a
Regardless.
kind of funny
Hey,
from
From
Joseph.
Joseph, I'll take that. Earlier, he was calling me an idiot, so I'll take it.
I think I'm gonna put that on our YouTube page.
You guys are
Dubbed
officially
by
Kinda
Joseph,
Funny.
kind of funny. That's our next trailer.
Regardless, thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Go follow
Thanks,
Tell
Gary.
Me I'm Wrong on social media as well as their podcast.
As well as YouTube.
Yeah, right. If you've not yet followed us at My Bourbon Pod on all social media channels, also subscribe here. And we are going to be back on Saturday for a big old honking live stream. I don't even know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll break out the guitar or something. I don't know. We got to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need some subscribers here. But
I love
anyway,
honking, so I'll be there.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'll
I
check it
thought you
out.
said you weren't going to be.
We'll be in the
I'll
chat.
make-
Is this
It
something
might
some
be a day
people
of
can
call.
join?
Yeah, well, it's going to be yes. The short answer is yes.
Okay, I prefer short answers.
Okay, well, then you're definitely on the wrong podcast. But anyway, cheers, guys. Thank you all so much. I will see you next week. But until then, I'm Perry. This is TIMBP Live.
You see Lewis's comment? Who makes a horse the sexiest in a mask?
And that's how we're ending it.
You guys
Good
are
night, everyone.
great. We're gonna do this with you all just because this has been so much fun. You guys are great. We'll figure this out eventually. We got to get a bunch more subscribers to do it, but we'll get there in like a year and a half.
All right.
See you
Good
guys
night,
in
everybody.
2023.
Bye.